Yes, Lester, I'm half asleep. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna make a big story up or anything like that. I slept in. Doug and I slept in, I should say. It's so cold. Dougie is super snuggly. So, anyways, good morning, everybody. Don't forget you can get your reverse mugs below on the Cafe Press store that look just like this, but in a mirror. I wonder if notifications are going to work this morning because I let it sit there waiting for it. And there was only 7 people. Oh, people are showing up. Good morning, darlings. How is everybody this morning? Sunday morning, beautiful morning. Beautiful morning back. Well, it's my life. So I'm trying to get things set up here. And my eyes are so tired today. Waiting on a typhoon. Oh no, that's bad, Janie. No way. That's bad. How bad of a typhoon are they calling for? Like crazy bad or just normal bad? I'm gonna check my weather situation. I know there's not a typhoon coming, but it is supposed to. We are supposed to get some rain. Current temperature outside is 5 degrees. 5. How many days ago was it 45 here? Don't you love Canada? It can go from one end to the other. Oh, the rain is coming. Oh, but then I was right. Next week, the nice weather comes back. 23, 25, 27, 27, 26. Told you. We always get this cold weather right at the fair. And then it gets warm again. But today's going to be a high of 17 and sunny. Oh, I got to get this my rock garden done. I don't know how I'm going to do this with my back. Couldn't ask for a worse job. Cat 3. So what are they? What are they rating? 1 to 5 is how they rate them, and every step up 1 is a multiple of 10. Is that how it works? So like a cat 4 is like 10 times worse than a cat 3. Is that how it works, or is that 8 earthquakes? Is how that works? I'm not sure. I don't study the typhoon hurricane measuring scale because we don't have that problem here. The little dog is coming down the stairs. Oh, he just came down on his own. He's in the living room. Doug, are you going to come in and say hi to everybody for some treats? Okay, he's looking at the window. Oh, boys. Folks, big yawn. Oh, there's a little dog. Dog. I can't believe he came down without the rattle of a bag. But I'm going to get his attention here. Let's rattle a bag. Oh, I forgot. I have these too. We have so much here for the dog. Oh, dog. Yes, I know you love me right now, don't you? Oh, the little cancer dog. How are you doing? Oh, I got something in my eye here. I feel like a piece of a stone or a little dust. Oh, man. Doug, I'm half asleep. Wake up, Doug. Wake up. I know. Oh, you love me right now, don't you? So much. The love is through the roof, isn't it? Isn't it? Hey? Okay, folks, I'm going to tell you something. I have all these treats here, and I have so many treats, and Deb from Australia sent me so much. Yeah, calm down. Yes. I never give Doug treats unless I'm doing a live stream. Doug doesn't get treats ever. I don't bother. Like I just don't. I don't believe in treats. Well, I do, but I what I do is like I just cooked up Doug I don't know what, 15 pounds of chicken livers and hearts and gizzards in the roasting pan, and I fed it to him in 3 days. Right, Doug? Or 4 days. 4 days. It took you 4 days to eat it. 15 pounds I gave to him. He loved it. So that's the idea of treats. I just give him pailfuls of stuff. I'm more of an excessive kind of guy, if you know what I mean. Hey, Doug. And when I was Doug had this this chicken liver heart gizzard cook-up thing I did for him. He knew for 4 days in a row, folks, and he literally was trying to open the fridge with his nose at feeding time. I would go over to the fridge, and he would take his nose and try to open the door. And then he would stick his head right in the fridge and push on the containers with his nose. He's like, that stuff's for me. But now that it's gone, I go over to the fridge, open the door, and he's not interested. He looks, and it's like, no, it doesn't smell it. Because it had a really good smell. It actually smelled so good, I was thinking of eating it. Oh, Doug. Hey, I'm going to give you the rest of it. There's only 2 more pieces in this thing. You get an extra special treats today because, you know, well, you could be a cancer dog. Right? Oh, Doug. He's so gentle. Gentle, but very, very strong. Like it's like he's putting a lot of force on my hands, pushing it with his snout. Like you really can feel. No, get off the. No, that's a big no. Jumping on the desk. That's like jumping on a table. Getting a little too excited. That slobber all over my hand. Okay, that's it. This bag is gone, but we got lots of other bags. Trust me, Deb has got us stocked. We're stocked, seriously stocked on kangaroo, aren't we, Doug? But we're gonna give you another treat here. These ones a little slower to eat. I'll give him a couple of these today. We gotta ration them here because we got the winter of morning streaming coming up, and Doug needs treats. Okay, okay, relax. Ooh, just a little excited, aren't I got him worked up. And the dog is, he loves the streets. I think that's why he came down. I don't know. I think it's because it's cool. Right now with the cool weather, it's Doug seems to be a bit of a Klingon right now. Don't forget, see that mug? It's right. T-shirt's wrong. Which is right? That's the question of this morning. In the kitchen, I'm living in another universe. So who here right now was here last night for the Canada Goose takeoff? I renamed the stream last night Canada Goose leaving. Okay, so who's here right now? Okay, I got Sarah, Eric, Lester, Mallard, well, Brian, Broken People, Brandon, Eric, I already said his name, Eric twice again, Eric, Lester, Stephanie, Queen Bee, Inga, Brandon, Golden Retriever, 37, Yahoo, who else is here? Connie, Vicky, Eric, I don't know if I already said you, Chris, I think Sarah again, Therese, Stephen, George, the crew is here. Oh, man, I should have jumped in the shower, but I'm thinking positive today that I'm going to do something dirty. I think the most dirty thing I'm going to do is sit on a lawn tractor and I'll cut the lawn. This lower back thing is just making me very upset right now. Marilia? Did you like the pictures I posted on Facebook? It's too bad I didn't. You know what I'm going to do? I got to take a real camera with me and take real pictures, folks. That's what I'm gonna do. I got the camera sitting right beside the other cameras. Like I have all the cameras close by, but I'm just not that organized. What I need to do is take the big camera, big camera with the big microphone, take the Terra deck over there, do the stream with the Canada Goose taken off, get some real pictures with my other camera, my little $100 Kodak EasyShare camera, which I don't know how a $100 Kodak EasyShare camera from 2011 can take such good pictures. Like way better. Like it's a night and day difference. It's really amazing, actually. I'm blown away how the iPhone pictures. Well, I'm shocked how iPhone pictures are only 72 DPI. They're no good for printing. They're not high resolution. Wants more. A calendar. Oh yes, I know. I should think about the calendar. I probably should think about a calendar all year long, but I didn't, Inga. And you know, a really organized person would have took pictures every month and have a catalog of pictures so that he could compile a real catalog, a real calendar. You know what I mean? Like that would be an organized person that doesn't have a lot of curveballs coming up in his life. An iPhone X, it ain't gonna be happening in this part of the world. Not for me. I'm happy. You know what? I'm happy with iPhone 6 Pluses used for $250. And even that, I have a hard time with at $250 because I'm like, why is it so much money? No, notifications aren't working. You're 11 minutes late. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you something. This notification thing, Cancer Dog is getting a whole bunch here today. Dog, I love you so much. And then when you're no longer Cancer Dog next week, everything gets cut off. Back to normal. I had an article sent to me by Sue, one of our fans of the show, about the YouTube notifications, and I can't believe it now. This is how bad it's getting, folks. They're admitting what they're doing on throttling of notifications, and I don't know if it's by default, but supposedly now they're sending notifications out. I don't know if it's strictly for the app, or if it's for your desktop or what. But it's like the most confusing article to read. But they're doing a digest where they will send only your notification once a day to let you know what happened during the day on all your channels. And then, I don't know if this is default or not, but between 10 p.m. and 8 a.m. your time, it turns off the notifications so that you don't get, your phone doesn't rattle or ring or whatever between 10 p.m. and 8 a.m. This is the new thing they came up with when they came up with that thing that you can monitor your usage on YouTube so that you can see how much time you spent on YouTube and what you're watching and all that kind of neat stuff. I'm like, what are they doing? You know, like they really have, you know, broken the site. That's all I can say. It's so broken. But we're here right now. That's all we can do, right? So. No, you're not, Inga. You're not an adult. You cannot think for yourself. The government is going to take care of us all. You didn't get a notification, broken people? But I don't know, Inga, like I don't know, you have to, like I don't know how it works because I'm not an app kind of person, but it's supposedly for apps. Maybe it is your desktop too. I don't know. Like it's like another thing too is how do you find out this stuff when you're in the settings? Like because they always bury this stuff to make it like, you know, impossible to find. They're like they're the worst. I hate software companies that when they do stuff like that. It's like, where are the settings? Where are you hiding this information? You can't sit over there and not show. Everybody wants to see what a good little dog you are waiting. How long will you wait? How long will you sit there and wait like a good little dog? I had the article. Maybe I can post the article. Hang on. Maybe I can post it in the chat. I don't know if I've already deleted the email or not. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I know I had. Hang on. Bear with me, folks. Yeah, Doug, you bear with me too. Sit, Doug. Sit. Doug. No, not yet. Just sit. Okay, Doug, I'm trying to get an article for everybody. Sit. Be a good dog. I gotta get this. I gotta post it for you so you can read it too, because I read it and it's like I just got mad reading it and I stopped reading it. Okay, where is it? Oh yeah, I found it. I have it now. Okay, so let's close that. Okay, I'm posting it right now. Okay, so you can see the article. You can go to it later. Okay. Make sure the link works, folks. Oh, you're being a good dog. Eh? You were being a little bit pushy there with your snout. Oh, Dougie. Link works for you? Okay, that's the link, folks. Go read it later, not right now. You don't have to read it now, but just open it in another tab, browser, or whatever. But it is the most, like, anyways, bad. Mute the dog. Okay, I think maybe I got to get a kangaroo treat for the dog here. I think it's kangaroo time. Hey, Doug? Enough of these hard things. Big giant chunk of what you call it? Jerk. Okay, I'll be right back. No, I'll take the camera with me. Hang on. I'll take it with me. I'll bring the big bag. I got the bag in the back because I was using it to get Doug to come downstairs. I would rattle the bag. It was working. I have it right here, and I would just rattle the bag, and that would get him to come downstairs to come out with me to do a recon in the morning. I never gave him any because I only give him treats when I have everybody here. It makes it extra special for Doug. Doug, you're getting so much this morning. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a big one. Oh, that's a really big one. No, after all you've had, you only went out. Oh, that's a big one too. These are all big. Look at the size of these jerks, folks. Okay, Doug, okay, relax. Okay, Doug, calm down. Okay, Doug. He's really pushing, folks. Oh, you're a goof. Oh. Okay, I gotta put this away. It's like he just gets turned on. Right. And like it's 140 pounds of pushing on you, is what it is. Oh. He's enjoying that, eh? Do you think? Okay, dog. Coffee. Focus, Matt, focus. Oh man, he's just gnawing down on that. That's enough treats for him though. He doesn't need any more. Oh, Canada geese just flying in right now, folks. They're just landed. 30 seconds from now, you'll see it on the other stream. Well, no, actually, by the time you see this is when you're going to miss it. You'll have to rewind it. They flew over top of the house. I saw the shadows flying across the kitchen. They did a different approach angle on the airport. And he leaves such a mess behind on the rug. It's not a very good, he doesn't clean up very good. He's just a useless dog for cleaning up. Okay. But did we have somebody that was bad? Moonlight was bad. He just got hammered. Somebody just got hammered. Woo woo. Yeah, Inga, they're not cooperating on the schedule. Like, I'm surprised. It's 8:38 and they're just coming in now. That's late for them. Oh. And it's hard to catch them leaving too, because like last night was an anomaly. I might never catch that again, you know? Like I might never catch that again. I might prepare, go over there, and it just won't happen, you know? Like seriously, I might go through all the hassle, get the cameras ready, or what'll happen is I'll get the cameras ready, and they'll make me sit there forever before they'll leave, you know. Like last night could be a total anomaly. It might have been because of Minnie and Junior in there that caused it all to unfold perfectly for us. And then I got swarmed by mosquitoes and totally screwed up the camera action. You know what I mean? I hope, Inga, that they stay a long time because of the corn at the Magoon. I hope that keeps them here longer than they should be, because normally, when they start congregating like this, they leave pretty quick and go south. But like September's the big flyover month. It'd be nice if they stayed a long time, longer than they should. I'll keep feeding the little buggers, and we'll just keep make it so it's so appealing to be here. You know what I mean? Maybe they'll stay here right till the ice forms on the Magoon. And then maybe we'll get some shots of them landing on the ice. You never know. Because I know Canada geese, I've seen them in the cities. I've seen them like in Ottawa, where they get fed, they stay. They're a little bit welfare-ish, if you know what I mean. Leeching, you know what I mean? They've been known to cause a problem because they sort of feed off the system. So, and we are the system here. That's what we do. Like it or not. Well, it's for our own entertainment. We're not doing it because we're really nice people. We're a little bit selfish here because we want to watch them. Welfare ducks and welfare geese. We don't discriminate here. I'm wondering here on the app. I'm looking on the app. I've got the iPhone here with the app, and the chat there is a serious delay between the chat and the desktop. Because I'm watching the desktop, it's easier for me to read, but I'm seeing chats coming up on the what you call it, the iPhone, and then I'm waiting for it to come up so I can read it on the desktop, and then it takes a little bit of a time. Like I should get swans. I would love, a couple swans, but it would be hard to find them in this part of the world. So I don't know anybody that has swans. Maybe, folks, maybe think about this. Swan pass-through time is coming up, okay? Remember last year? The 3 swans that showed up on the lake and stayed at this end? Do you remember that? Maybe we might be lucky and like some swans land in the Magoon. Wouldn't that be awesome to capture on some footage? You know, swans are huge. They make geese look like ducks. I love swans. I think they look awesome. Just monster swans. But I firmly believe that if you raise swans from littles and take care of them and treat them right, that they would be friendly. Now, I know swans can be really nasty because, well, they're the big birds of the pond. They can be a little bit dominant, you know. But hey, the bigger you get in Mother Nature, that's the way it works. Well, they're only mean because they can be, you know. Geese can be really nasty. Geese can be. We're lucky. We're spoiled here, folks, to have such well-mannered Canada geese here, like very spoiled. Normally, Canada geese, like in the spring, to give you an idea, in the spring, I don't think I told you this, but I got like 50. Well, I got 10 packs of 5 of aerial grenades, okay? Because I honestly thought we were going to have to shoot off grenades to get rid of the Canada geese because they were going to pick on the ducks, and it turned out the Canada geese were very polite, and they were like all awesome. Like you couldn't ask for a better relationship between domestic ducks and domestic geese with the wild Canada geese that we have here. Our Canada geese are very polite. They have assimilated, you know. We're trending somewhere. So YouTube is recommending us to the idiots. Can somebody hit them with a hammer, please? Just get rid of them. When they join in like that, you know they're not going to contribute any kind of good conversation. None. They can't. It's impossible. They're terminally stupid. Yeah, I have a camera. Stephanie, having a camera here always handy is well, it's hard. Yeah. Well, it's hard to get. I can't get a picture on the lake. The picture thing aren't. The lake is impossible because it's so far away. I need like serious zoom, and it don't work. Like you need optical zoom of like 300 to get a good picture on the lake. Optical, not digital. Optical. That's the problem. We need these swans to land at the Magoon. So I don't think it's going to happen. Drew Nixon's asking about fracking. I don't know what fracking has to do with the ducks. Well, George, I think I just think they're polite geese. I think we're just lucky. They come in and they're polite. They just know this is the deal here. If you know what I mean. Stripper Magoo, yep, they could be a pitcher for February. They are little lovers. They are. They're truly they're two little cute little ducks. They are, seriously. What are my thoughts on duck shooting? Like wild ducks? No problem. You want to hunt? Hunt. I have no problem with hunting. I mean, it could be a picture for Mother's Day. Yeah, it's good. But I would have to have all these pictures taken like pre this conversation. I would. I would have to have like some planning in this. This year, I'm not going to lie, has been a bad year for planning. it has been a terrible year for planting. This year is just, it's almost a washout almost. The only thing constructive coming out of this year is getting my house caught up after 13 years of neglect. That's it. Everything else got, basically, how would you say, put on hold, paused. We're still sandboxed. YouTube still is not the YouTube, put it this way, does not like the ducks. Well, getting caught up of 13 years worth of work, yeah, it does feel good though to get things caught up. I'm gonna get caught up inside here this winter. That's my goal this winter, is get things caught up inside and get the back room done. I got to take the hatcher and the incubator over to the garage so I can clean out the back room. I got to clean it completely out and get it done. Duh, man, my back, elbow just cracked. I hate that. It hurts like a bugger, especially this one. When this one cracks, because it's the one that I hurt there staining, it's like, whoa. I was weeding in the garden, and then I yanked on some squash to break it off, and I yanked on it with my left arm, and wow, was that ever a big mistake? Don't do that. My left arm, like, it's not sore, but it is tender, but it's not sore. That's the weirdest thing. Like, it's not sore, but like because my back's out, the click that hurts. When I yanked, I yanked really fast when I was breaking off the squash, and that hurt. I learned don't do that. But it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't hurt, Do I even read the comments or live chat? Yes, I do read them. I talk to people. But you haven't said anything constructive yet, so why would I acknowledge you? Happy birthday, Carnation. And how old is Carnation today? I wonder how long it's going to take for Carnation to tell us. I've acknowledged Carnation's birthday. Oh, okay. Now we got idiots have showed up. Stop farting. Well, you're gonna be taken care of here shortly. 9 years old. We've got a 9-year-old duck lover here right now. Well, I don't know if she's a duck lover, but happy birthday. Happy 9th birthday. What's this live stream about? Well, I'm having a coffee. It's Sunday morning right now. We stream ducks here, but this is just having a coffee on a Sunday morning. That's all it's about. With the fans of the show, having a little bit of a chat, answer any questions that people have. Just sort of like, getting connected with the show, with the fans. That's all it is. Nothing more, nothing less. There's no real purpose to this other than, drinking coffee and chatting. So. What's the purpose of raising ducks? We raise ducks to feed the homeless here. They get eaten, just like chicken. It's the same thing. What's wrong with that? Data. We've been feeding the homeless here for years. And these ducks we have here right now are all our breeders. And they produce eggs, and we take the eggs to the food bank and supply the eggs to the food bank for the poor. That's what we do here. This is the purpose of this channel. It's an obscure sandbox channel on YouTube. YouTube doesn't share this with many people. We're a secret. Oh. Data, you're going to get smacked out of here if you can't talk normal. We love dogs and cats here also. And talking about feeding dogs and cats to the homeless just seems like you're trolling us now. And you're starting to, pardon the language, piss me off. So we'll give, he's got some rope right now. Let's see if he hangs himself. Oh, you feed homeless dogs and cats. You're not feeding dogs and cats to the homeless. Oh, sorry. I'm half asleep here still, folks. I thought he was feeding the home dogs and cats to the homeless. I'm sorry. Uh, oh, that was bad, eh, folks? My God. Uh, I'm still asleep here. I'm not. I had 2 coffees. That coffees haven't kicked in yet. Uh, the school breakfast. Yes, the school breakfast. We're going to know more about the school breakfast program this week, Stephanie, darling. I'm supposed to know this week. After the fair is over, I'm going to be talking to Michael at the high school. Oh, oh. I'm sorry, Data. I honestly thought you were trolling me there because I didn't read the sentence very clearly. I glanced. I didn't read. I'm sorry. I glanced. And I glanced, and all I could say was, you're feeding dogs and cats to the homeless. Whoa. Okay. That'd be like, that's just a bad thought. No. I was almost going to hammer the poor guy. Oh, man. Oh, I would have had to unhammer you. I would have. I would have had to. I would have had to find you in the chat and do the unhammer. Thankfully, I'm not like trigger happy like Vista. Oh God, that's too much. Okay, all right, let's snap back to it. Okay, feeding the kids at school. That's gonna something's gonna happen. We're gonna find out about here, and the thing is the food bank is going to get like a real shock here because the kids will eat all the eggs. I'm going to have bacon this morning for breakfast. They what you call it? What was it he told me? They cook, like when they were telling me, what was it he told me is 40 eggs or 45 eggs for breakfast for the kids at the high school is what they cook. Something like that. Basically everything the ducks produce in one single day. So the food bank is they're going to have to get their acts together as far as their egg consumption because the high school is going to suck all the eggs up. There'll be no more stockpiling eggs at the food bank because not everybody will eat duck eggs, believe it or not, folks. Some people just refuse to eat them. They only will eat chicken eggs. They will do without. So they're so stupid, actually. There's no other word for it. It's just stupid. You don't have food, you don't have no eggs in your house, and you turn your nose up at a duck egg, you know? Oh, somebody got just hit. What did Stellar start? I missed that. I turned away and missed Vista's hammering. No, they don't taste the same. They're stronger tasting egg. They're good morning, Donna. They're very rich. They're premium tasted egg. Very, very, very premium. It's like eating the different. You know what it's like, folks? It's like the difference eating cheap cheese compared to high quality cheese. You know, like if you go and you buy like the Kraft cheddar, and then you go and you buy the boutique cheddar. You know the difference. Or here's one you probably can relate to. Cheap ice cream. You're in the grocery store and you can look at it, I can buy this whole tub of ice cream for $3. Okay, the big tub of ice cream, $3. But the Haagen-Dazs is $3. What should you get? $3 tub or the Haagen-Dazs? The Haagen-Dazs tastes better, but the $3 one is really big, you know? That's the difference. It's like cheap ice cream to good ice cream. That's the difference between a chicken egg and a duck egg. That's exactly it. So, like, if you're sitting there going, I don't like Haagen-Dazs, it tastes too good. You know what I mean? That's what they're doing. Some people with the duck eggs. It's like, no, I can't do that. You know. That's a perfect analogy, actually, between cheap ice cream and good ice cream. That's the difference. So comparing a chicken egg with a chicken egg tastes watered down compared to a duck egg. So that's the difference. It's like watered down eggs is what it tastes like. $32.95 US. That's like $43 Canadian. It better be a free range duck. How big is the duck? Like 5 pounds, 4 pounds? Sugar free compared to sugar. Having like I hate when they take like well I honestly I prefer I like juice that's been no sugar added. So I'm not a big fan of sweetened like juice and things like that. So you're sugar free. I like compare the ice cream. You know. 60% don't eat meat or eggs. Who's the 60%? 60% of your dogs and cats? Dogs and cats will eat everything. Organic? I would question the organic part because I like to know where they're getting their feed because I bet you there's some GMO feed going in there because it is really hard to get pure organic feed. Very, very difficult. Unless it's free range, totally free range. Like even us here, like when we raise the ducks, it's not organic because Robert, does spray his fields in the spring, and he does, he does use chemical fertilizer in his fields, preparing, but they're not GMO because he seed collects. So that's all I can say is that we have non-GMO ducks here is what we raise, non-GMO free range ducks. Not organic though, because the feed is not truly organic. Yes, Virginia Data lives in India, feeding dogs, homeless dogs and cats, which is just unbelievably my kind of person. I have a big soft spot for dogs, as you know. A very big soft spot for doggies. I'm a big dog guy, if you know that. I love dogs. Actually, I was on YouTube last night very late. I was up very late last night, folks. Like very, very, very late. I got surfing the YouTube side of how to make yourself, how you would say, choke up. Watching dog rescue videos. And I don't know why I do that to myself. I get so sad watching them rescuing these little dogs. And they're always, the little dogs, they're always so little and scared. And it's, oh man, it tears me to pieces watching it. Because I'd like to have them all. Because I just love dogs. But anyways, I was watching it. YouTube now is rolling out, and only if you're a charity. I'm not a charity, but they're rolling out this thing. What is it? This like Hope for Paws. Hope for Paws. YouTube is rolling out a thing that for charities, and this Hope for Paws channel got invited for this test pilot project with YouTube. That it's a fundraiser. That their videos, everything is always there's a fundraiser beside that shows about for raising funds, and YouTube doesn't charge anything. They all the money. There's no service fees. There's no nothing. YouTube covers all the fees, and helps raise money for Hope for Paws. I just discovered it last night. I was reading it all, and I was like, that's pretty amazing, actually. You know, like, but we're not a charity, unfortunately, because I'm not incorporated as a charity. Uh, but they are a charity, and they're raising money right now. They raised it was like 97,000 US for their target of 150,000 on YouTube alone last night. I looked on the page. Do you want me to post the link? I'll post the link for you. Hang on, let me find it. Because I emailed it to somebody last night because I saw it and I thought, yeah, I found it. I'm going to post it for you so you can take a look. I think it's awesome. If you click on their videos now, there's a tool that, okay, I'm going to post it so you can see. Wait till you see it. Okay, I just posted it. But they're a charity. I'm not a charity. And if you click on YouTube, like watch the video on YouTube, right beside it, it's a big giant fundraising screen, you know? Oh. For helping them raise money to rescue dogs in California, because mostly California. They do a little bit around the world, but it's mostly California stuff they do. Oh, there's a lot of stray dogs in LA, I guess. Well, LA is the size of a small country, so. Why don't I post it on GoFundMe? Post what? Data. I don't understand. I don't. What am I supposed to? What am I supposed to post on GoFundMe? I don't understand that. I'm not good with partial sentences. Oh, Richard, I'm not a psychic. I don't know what next year has in store yet. We're still in September here, Richard. It's like. That's a long way away. Saving ducks? We don't save ducks, we eat ducks, data. So, like, we don't have homeless ducks in Canada. Well, we do have homeless ducks. They're called wild ducks, and they live everywhere. But they leave every winter and go south, lucky buggers. I hate watching Hope for Pause because I keep getting what you call it. I sucked into the vortex of watching it for far too long. Oh, you know something that's really strange is that Vista's hitting people with hammers, but I never see the comments. It's really bizarre. Like all I get to see is bang, Vista swinging the hammer. It's like Thor walking through the room. I don't see what happened, how it happened, what took place. Just boom. I know, Inga, you're the same as me. Is that bizarre? Okay, even far in the next year, if you'd wish for the best, what do you wish for next season? Oh, what do I wish for? Honestly, I haven't even because honestly, folks, because of the way this year has unraveled, I've given up wishing. I'm just going day by day. Honestly, I am. I'm just slugging it out because I don't know what the hell is going to happen here with this YouTube thing. Like, because after you get deleted, okay, and we have not recovered from what happened to us here this spring. Not at all, folks. It's actually very disheartening what is taking place here. That I'm not hoping. I'm just going day by day, and I'm. You know what it's like? I'll tell you what it's like. I gotta tell you something. Okay, this is what it's like. I'm still working away, still doing my thing, but it feels like this is what it feels like. Okay, I got a little bit of truth here, a little bit of a truth bomb, okay? It feels like I'm on probation, that I could get fired anytime. That's what it feels like. I don't have any sense of permanent, none at all. Like it's like totally, totally feels that, you know, it's sort of like, notice like, I'm trying to think here, maybe I've never had this happen to me, but no, that's bad. I don't want to talk about that one. That would be a bad one, a bad analogy. It's sort of like this, okay? You know when your friends betray you, okay? And your trust, and they've been a friend forever, and you've always trusted them, and then they let you down in a way that you can't even imagine, okay? How do you ever trust them again? You follow me? You know what I mean? Or a friend borrows, a friend borrows a large amount of money from you, and then screws you, doesn't pay you back. Do you trust the person again? You know them, you've got a long history with them, and you don't wish them dead. You don't wish any misfortunate incident happened to them, but you don't trust them anymore. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's like. That's exactly what it's like. Because, to give you an idea, the channel pre-deletion date, before we had our 22-day deletion take place here, the channel used to get about 1.4 to 1.7 million views a month, okay? And now we're barely cracking 300,000. YouTube has totally de-indexed us completely. They don't recommend the duck videos. Like my whole catalog of vlog about raising the ducks for the homeless for 3 years on videos, and all the stories I did and all that editing I did, and the way I did it in a story, and linked it all together in playlists, and made it so that it was really easy to watch and entertaining, and and fun to watch a whole day of what happened here. And those edits were brutal, like 4 and 5 hours a day. They don't get recommended to people anymore. The garden videos don't get recommended. Like we have totally dropped off the map on YouTube as far as being recommended to people, to new people, not the current hardcore duck fans. I'm talking about new people. When you get deleted for 22 days, it's not a good thing. You start over, because what's happened is, how YouTube recommends videos, and their formula is based on viewing history, and what type of viewing history, as in, like, was it, how long the people watch the videos for? Did they leave a comment? Did they thumbs up, thumbs down? Did they subscribe to the channel? Like, there's all these factors for the credibility of videos, But now I've discovered that when you get deleted for 22 days, all your credibility gets zeroed out again. So like all your videos that had a lot of credibility, that people were watching all the time, there's no more credibility. You're starting over. You're literally completely starting over. And that's what's happened to the channel. That's what happened to all my work here. It's just us hardcore duck people here. After this 22 day vacation that was given to us, that we didn't ask for, if you know what I mean. Yes, Gail, I am catching up on 13 years of neglect of my home. Well, what I was, there was nothing else I could do this year, was fix everything that has been not getting fixed here, But if we would have had 1,000 ducks here, it would have been a disaster. especially with the drought. You know, the drought this year, that would have been a really, really bad thing that would have been so bad having 1,000 ducks with the drought. It would have been the Magoon would have been a bacteria petri dish. It would have been so bad. We would have had so many sick ducks. It would have been just a bad situation. So, and no water here, we couldn't even take them to the lake because the water levels are so low down there that there's no well, the water levels are so low down there. There's no creek. You know what I mean? No. And there's no creek. That means the ducks can't even go to the swamp to swim to the lake. They actually have to walk right to the lake. It would have been really bad. And then what would have happened is the turtles would have just been waiting for them, you know, and then we would have just lost a ton of ducks. It would have been really bad. And then, you know, and then the ducks would have had to spend so much time in the actual swamp walking around. The coyotes and the foxes would have just had a heyday in the swamp, and the swamp, because it's so dry, it's so easy for the coyotes and foxes to run around. We would be losing ducks like no tomorrow because right now you can walk anywhere you want in the swamp, so that makes it easier for the predators, you know, to hunt. Everything, you know, everything, you know, if you think about the vegans, everything happened for a reason, and it just seems to, you know, it's disheartening, you know, especially the YouTube thing, getting, you know, reset, but, you know, everything. Oh yeah, my ankles, you know, think about that, my ankles, you know, blowing both Achilles tendons that for a month I was laid up that I couldn't even walk. Think about that. Imagine having 1,000 ducks here and my Achilles tendons gone. Like, well, that's another thing, Inga, is that Doug this year, you know, he's had a little bit of shoulder problems, like not really, really bad. You know, like I'm trying to think maybe he's had maybe 3 or 4 days, maybe 5 days all summer that he's had a little bit of stiffness in his shoulders. Uh, but if we would have had 1,000 ducks here, you know, with this drought and the predators, and Doug would have hurt himself beyond any, it would have been just, Doug needed a rest because, well, Doug's getting old, you know, he's going to be 6 years old here, October 31st. He's not a young pup. And because of the sheer size of him, he's a really old dog. You know, a dog that size, 6 years old, not a young dog anymore, you know. So the year off for Doug is good, you know. Like I seriously have to start thinking about another dog because Doug is, like I said, he is getting old, you know. You know, you know. He's got maybe 2 working years left in his body, really, honestly. That's about it. Big dogs don't last long, you know, physically working. Thank you, Therese. I hope something. I hope something awesome happens. October 31st, Connie. Doug turns 6. Halloween, or 30th, whatever Halloween is. I don't know, George. 2 years is a long way away to be thinking. I probably would butcher your name really bad too, Therese, but and sometimes I do. It depends. The coffee is waking me up now, so I'm getting pretty good at it. Good morning, Richard. Richard's late to the movie here this morning. I can't fix camera number 3 because camera number three is a defective camera. I need a new camera. Uh, I have to buy a camera for number 3, and then I got to send number 3 to Sony and get them to fix it. And if it's too much to fix number 3, number 3 is just going to get tossed. But the autofocus sensor on number 3 is broken, and it's the most bizarre thing because it doesn't work and it does work. It's frustrating. I need to buy a camera, but unfortunately, that's like $350 for a used camera by the time I landed here, and they're very hard to find. There is probably something on the internet somewhere, but I haven't researched it because, well, it's $350. And soon, we won't even need that many cameras. Well, it's still a couple months away because we do have a couple more months of outdoor streaming here. Maybe I should start looking for a camera for number 3. Maybe I should. It starts raining here tomorrow, but it's only supposed to rain for 2 days, and then really nice weather returns. No, it's okay, Mr. Hero. Oh, we'll just call you Hero. Okay, there is no update on the camera available. It's not a update issue. It's a hardwired camera. It's a camcorder hitched up to an encoder. It's not an app. We don't stream. The only time I ever stream with apps is like these kind of streams. Normally, all my streaming is done with, well, basically TV equipment hooked to a network on the whole property, and then we stream it. The whole property is hardwired for streaming. That is how I do, like right now, I'm doing 7 streams on my channel. How many YouTube channels do you know do 7 simultaneously? Think about that, folks. Like, think about it. I got 7 streams running right now. The garden is growing great, Road Warrior. I don't do any updates on it because I haven't done anything on it. Well, a couple times I've gone through and just grabbed stuff and thrown it, but no work. The no work garden. It doesn't drop at Vista. You got to click the little button or the little arrow on the right hand side. Click the little arrow and it'll show all the streams. So it's just that the YouTube frame of the page is only so large. It's too bad they don't allow it to show a grid instead of a horizontal view, but there's no, you can't click on it and change the format to a grid view. So, oh. That's the problem. They should allow it to be in a grid view so that it would list them all in a grid or even in a column. But a grid would be nice, but they don't do the grid. It's strictly horizontal and the page is only so wide and then it drops it, unfortunately. I got to get a camera for number 3. I know. People are bugging for that. No, list view is no good because then it makes the page too long. I hate that list view. Because then what happens, if the page gets long, and then there's a whole bunch of white space on the side. It's grid. It needs a grid view. Oh, I know, Richard. Not far away, actually. It can snow anytime after November 1st here. Anytime. And stay. It can snow and stay anytime after November 1st. It's not a good thing. No. And when it snows, it's like, that's it. It just stays. I hate that. That's a long winter when the snow lands on the ground in November and stays. I look gulty? What's gulty? Hello, Carnation. Who's in jail now? Oh, we got people showing up that we don't normally have here because we're getting silly comments that don't make any sense. You ever notice that, folks, when we're having our morning chats in the morning, we're talking to each other here, we'll be having conversations, I'll be acknowledging people, and then people just say the stupidest things in chat. It's like, you just gotta wonder, like they're just, it's like they've come across the stream and let's just type something stunned. You know what I mean? It's sort of like when you're sitting there having a whole bunch of talking with your buddies, and then this person just walks up and blurts out something really stupid, and you're all turning to look at them going, what? You know what I mean? I got nothing to show in the garden, Richard. Actually, I've shown the garden. Richard. I have shown the garden many times on the streams when I walk by it doing duck stuff. On the morning, actually, I'm quite a few times on the morning streams. I've shown the garden, and I've shown it at night walking around logging the ducks up. It's just that I'm not doing garden updates because I'm not working on it. Like I'm not. That's one thing. The garden, this mulch method, the garden work doesn't happen. Non-existent. It's not like before where I was, working on the garden all the time, like constantly. So then I would do videos and do little updates because it was like a vlog. But, there's no vlogging happening because there's nothing happening. I ain't doing nothing, man. It's like I just plant and walk away. It's like the garden series are getting shorter and shorter because I'm doing less work. Well, I'm not harvesting yet because I planted late. I'll be harvesting here at the end of the month. It's going to be a very busy the end of September. Very busy getting my beets. Last night I was looking at the beets are about that big. It's happening. Things are happening. So. The sugar snap peas, the white powder thing, I had that happen to me for also 2 years ago. I forget what the problem was with that. I think it was something to do with moisture. I had the exact same problem. Everything was covered in white powder. It was disgusting. Total write-off. This year's doesn't look like they look nice and green. But I think it's something to do with moisture, dampness. Thank you, Gloria. I enjoy your comment. And Nixon's asking about, once again, jumped in about whoever this Coleman guy is. I don't know. Nixon's had a hard time focusing on the coffee here this morning. He's trying to take us off topic. I don't even know who Coleman is. Coleman Stoves? Like as in the camping company? Like an old Coleman stove? I used to have one of those. It is some kind of fungus, the white powder on the peas. I don't know what it is. But I remember we had that problem here and we lost the whole crop. This year it's looking normal. I'm hoping. Because I'm not a fan of peas normally, but I love garden peas. My own garden peas, and then freeze them. They're really tasty. I like mixing them with corn too, but I don't stay away from the corn. But I like them. I like the taste of them. They're tasty. I like them raw, honestly. As a kid, no, I didn't camp. I lived at a lake, so I didn't have to camp. I like when you live in the bush, is like, well, when I lived in the city, put it that way, when I lived in Calgary for 10 years, I went camping all the time. Every weekend, I used to take off. Every weekend. But when you live in the bush, you don't camp because you're living in the bush. So I used to camp a lot in the 80s. But as a child, I lived in the bush, and as a current adult, I live in the bush. So I don't camp. I just walk outside my backyard and we're camping. Well, no, I lied. I once set up a tent in my backyard here, in the late '90s when I first moved in here. I slept outside, and then halfway through the night, I said to myself, "Why am I doing this?" Never repeated that. Goodbye, Sarah. Have a good day at church. You're thinking of snow peas, Virginia, and the Chinese cooking. They're good too. They got to be fresh, and they got to be they got to be wok fried fast. So they're still crunchy. Snow peas. I like snow peas. Snow peas are no good though once you freeze them and then you cook them because they get really mushy. Even if you roast them, they don't get that crunchiness to them. I used to be like that, Janie. I used to pick the peas out, but once you had fresh peas, they're so sweet. They're like eating little bits of sugar. For some reason, the peas from the grocery store just suck. They're terrible, especially like the frozen peas in a bag. They just taste terrible. I don't know what it is. Oh. I sleep with my windows open, Dale. So I basically am sleeping. Actually, like my patio door is open 2.5 feet, and my window's open wide open. Like it's like I'm basically outside. It's like this morning when I woke up, it was like, yeah, it feels like I'm outside. You know what's even worse? You know what's even worse is canned peas in a can. You know, crack that can open and they're being sitting in their juices and they're tasteless, just tasteless, soft, mushy, tasteless peas. Oh, I grew up on those canned peas. That's why I hate them. That's why I resisted growing them. But once you grow them yourself and you have them out of your own garden, totally different taste. Not even remotely close. The chickens I got this year, yeah, they were. The person who raised those did a real good job. Real good job. Massive, massive birds. Like 11 pound, 12 pound, almost 12 pounds, the biggest one. I think it was 12.1 or 11.9. Maybe it was 12.1 pounds. Big, big chickens. Well, put it this way, the breasts, like I butchered all of them, as you know. I did the butchering there with my sore elbow. And like the breast, I will not eat a whole breast. Like I'm definitely, when I go to cook those things, I'm going to be cutting the breasts in half. I will be taking the cleaver and I won't be, because sometimes, I just cook a whole breast for myself. Those things I won't. They're just too much meat. So I'll be cutting them literally in half with the cleaver and only cooking half a breast if I do it that way. But if I'm making like bacon wrapped vegan chicken, treats. One breast could make about 6 bacon wrapped vegan treats. Oh, I prefer the legs. The legs and backs are my favorite part. I like the dark meat. It's nice and moist. Hello, Byrne. He's new to the stream. YouTube must be doing a little bit of recommending here that people are popping in. I don't know. Oh, no click. But I felt a click coming on. The white meat. Honestly, I prefer the legs and backs. I do, honestly. The legs and backs are like what I like the most. They are. My elbow was just about to click, folks. I could feel it. Yes, I've had grouse. I've had grouse. I've had grouse, partridge, pheasant, pigeon. Oh. Can I do a shout out? There you go. I don't know why you tell me to do a shout out when I acknowledged you when you walked into the room. Unless you're not listening to me. That's totally possible. Sometimes people just walk in, not pay attention, and just type things. So. Oh, chicken wings. Oh, yeah. I make my own hot sauce with butter. And the chicken wing situation. Oh, Dale. Oh, Dale, Dale, Dale. The chicken wings on this year's chickens, well, I put them in packs of 5. Because, oh, Terry just gave a timeout. What did he do? What did he, why is he getting a timeout? Well, why did Terry give him a timeout? I don't understand. A bad username? Usernames, Terry, are not a cause to get a timeout, Terry. Adolf Hitler could show up here. I don't care. But I don't know why he was, and then he hidden them, banned them. Terry, you're being a little bit hot-headed here with the hammer. I don't understand. Like, so what does his username mean? Does it mean something? Is it somewhere? Let me Google Translate it. Does it come up with anything that we should know about? No? I'm doing the translate. I'm getting nothing on it, folks. I don't know. You people are maybe more awake than I am. I don't get it. I guess no one's going to tell me, hey, what? There's a secret it's racially objective. I don't know. You're being too sensitive here. I've never heard. So you're saying I should ban Adolf Hitler when he shows up too? You do know we're not snowflakes here. I just unplugged it and plugged it in. I don't know, Vista. I don't know. I don't pay attention to that stuff because you know what? I'm I belong to the club Sticks and Stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. But hey, I'm 56. I was raised where you actually had to get a physical beating for it to bother you. You know, I'm nowhere near politically correct, okay? And honestly, I don't believe in it. I think we've become a society of snowflakes, and that really irritates the crap out of me. Everybody's triggered about everything these days, and it sort of pisses me off. Unless like their username is like, you know, a bunch of F words, and it's just straight vulgarness. Yeah, I really don't care. Because some people, you know, the thing is, folks, is when you acknowledge their username, you're just giving them what they wanted. So if you just ignore their username, that's like they lose. The battle's lost for them. Hello, Mano. You're famous? Are you really? You're that famous? But you better cool it on the chat here because you're just chatting, and not making a lot of sense. And Vista will end up hammering you if you push your luck with too many chats. Just warning you, because she seems to be in a bad mood this morning. Oh, attacking others, Terry, is the absolute. That's a way of getting absolutely instantly banned. No second chance. No second chance on that one. I don't tolerate bullies. I was bullied as a child. I have no use for bullies, none at all. And I don't want them in my life. I don't want that negativity around me. I don't want nothing. No, it's like fastest way to get exiled from the duck adventure is to bully somebody. They didn't bully anybody. They didn't attack anybody in the chat, Terry. I don't know what you're talking about, Terry. I was reading the comments and there was no attacking going on. The audio's out on, well, that's the problem, is you're using Apple. Then burns back. Ford, my childhood memories are nothing but bad stuff, when it comes to that. There were a lot of really nasty young children in this world. In my area, I hated them. The joys of being really tall as a young lad. It's a curse, eh? When you're 12 years old and you're 6'1", it's a curse. Because all the older kids think that, that you're not 12 years old because you're 6'1", and then they beat you up. And then they wonder why you're not very good at fighting back because you're only 12 years old. Oh. Well, yeah, being taller than the boys is bad too, Virginia. I know. No. It's kids have got to be the nastiest things on the face of the earth sometimes. It's like unbelievable. The human race, we are not very nice. You know what I mean? Like, why are tall kids, picked on as a child? Like, why? Why is it? But I believe that it's because the short kids feel inferior to them. I think that's what it is. Oh, Inga just timed somebody out. We got the hammer going a lot here this morning. Okay, M8. What does that mean? Why did that get? You guys are doing is there some kind of secret code going on here in the chat this morning on the hammer and the timing out? Yes, Virginia, they do. Kids mirror what the parents do. They do. It is. It's really bad. That's why that's why a lot of people should not be allowed to have children. No. I didn't see the sub thing there, Vista. For some reason, I'm not kidding you, folks. I'm not seeing what you're seeing this morning. I have no idea. And this is my channel, so I don't understand how you can see things that I don't get to see. It's the most bizarre things this morning. There is some kind of weird parallel universe happening in the chats. The chat seriously screwed up this morning. I don't know what's going on. I bump into the bullies of my childhood off and on. Not a lot, but I bump into them here and there. And when I see them, one, Karma is doing a great job on them, because you can tell that their lives suck in a way that is so awesome, and the aging process is just destroying them. It's like when I see them, I was like, yes, Mother Nature, the universe, Karma is coming, is doing it. It makes me very happy when I see them. Unfortunately, when I was a child, you're thinking, oh, well, just wait in 40 years. You're going to laugh when you see these people. Yes, unfortunately, quite a few of them became police officers. Yeah, yeah, unfortunately. I'm trying to think here, three of them that I can think right now. Three of them. Three of the bullies that I really hated as a child became cops. Three of them. I could name their names right now. They're right in the top of my head. I hated all three of them, and they became police officers. I'm not going to name their names, but they were like, all became cops. And they were like questionable cops, okay? Questionable. They're all retired now, living on pensions supplied by the taxpayer. It's sort of ironic. I'm paying for their pension now. But their lives are a mess. Divorces, all of them, all three divorces. And they do have there's one of them that has a really bad health problem. Karma is sort of, but not fast enough yet. How old am I? The gamer is asking. Can the gamer guess how old I am? Let's see if the gamer can guess. And if anybody says my age, they'll get timed out for 300 seconds. Whoa, pretty close. I feel old now. You're not making me feel good, Mr. Gamer. 56. When I talk to them, are they still buttheads? Dale, I don't acknowledge their existence when I see these people. I don't acknowledge them. I literally, it's like they're invisible to me. That's the best thing you can do to them. And they look at you, and they look you right in the eye, and I look right through them. It's got to just drive them nuts. Okay, love, you got to cool it on the number one, because you're gonna get timed out here. You can't just post a bunch of crap like that. You ruin the chat. You can't have conversations with it be cluttered up with a bunch of 111. It's like, it doesn't work that way. Warning you right now. The best way to get back at them is when you see them and they look at you and they're like, or they say hi or something, and I just ignore them. I just walk. It's like, whatever, buddy. It's like, it sends them over the edge. I enjoy that actually a lot. I purposely do the eye contact and then just shut them down. Yeah, I know, Stephanie, I need a shave because I was just told my age. I know, darling, you're right. I need a haircut too. I need a haircut and a shave, and then I'll ask that question again, how old I look. But right now, I have been told this morning that I look 54. So, I don't have my young appeal this morning at all. But I am a little bit rough, I'm not gonna lie. I felt it last night when I had my shower. I felt it. I felt my hair and I felt my face, and I was like, yeah, I need to clean myself up. But I'm like, right now, I'm a little bit, how you say, displaced because of my current dog situation. Yeah, it's the gray. It shows up pretty good right now on the beard. It does. It's like a distinguished look, you know? That's what. But if I shave her up and give the old haircut and everything, and then it's like then I'm lucky. The skin doesn't look 54, but the hair growth does. Maybe I should get the Grecian formula out and fool everybody. What What about that idea? Get the old Grecian formula out and get rid of the gray totally. Sammy Turtle's way behind. I'm sorry. Brandon's 33. I shouldn't get the Grecian formula, Stephanie? Why not? Go for the dye job? You know what I could do? I could get the old dye and do a complete bleach job. What about that? We just go completely blonde. Go back to my natural color when I was younger. And you know what I mean? Amanda wants to know if I'm married. No, I'm not married. I'm an old man, as we have found out this morning, living with a dog in the bush with a bunch of ducks, streaming on YouTube. There you go, Amanda. From Canada, you're going to ask that because the UK, Amanda, I'm thinking is from the UK. This is Loki. What's Loki? Loki. I don't understand. Stephanie, you're not talking the English I understand. Oh, if I'm going to dye everything, I'll dye her all. We'll do it up. I couldn't. I did that. Inga, we already tried the hair growing incident here, and I cracked. I already did it. We just did that. We just went through that where I let everything grow for a month, and how did that work out? Yeah, but shaving off your eyebrows and dyeing your eyebrows, different thing. Totally different thing. Okay, Vista, you're doing, I don't even see what that person did. This is bizarre this morning. I don't see what's going on. Hang on, let me just try something. Oh, okay, hang on. I just see the live chat. And there's a button, live chat and top chat. Why would there be a top chat for me? I want to see everything. There's two options. So it says top chat. Some messages such as potential spam may not be visible. Then there's live chat, see all messages. Okay, I just realized I was just sitting here and I see the top. I was wondering what's going on. I already did it, Vista. We realized it at the same time. I bleached the beard. Yeah, I would do her all. We would dye everything. Back to my I'm naturally a blonde, folks. When I was younger. You know, I got a picture I'd like to share with you. When I was blonde, okay, when I was 30 years old. But I can't share it here right now. Oh, we're down to 20% power, folks. So the stream, we're 93 minutes we've been chatting. I can't believe this. The camera's going to die here shortly. I have a picture, but I can't share it in chat. That's the only problem. There's no way of sharing it of what I looked like when I was 30. And you could see the blonde hair. Unfortunately, there's no way of me posting this. Like really blonde hair. Well, I wish I could. I know, maybe, yes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. I just figured out how I can do it. Hang on. Bear with me. I'm going to give you a surprise here this morning. I can share it in the live stream. Bear with me. Okay, I don't know, but I got no shirt on. You ladies might get a little too excited here. Okay, this one's good. This one, okay, this one has clothes on, okay? This is with clothes. This is, these are my nephews. This picture was taken 1995. Oh, this is okay. Are you ready, folks? Okay. So you're going to see this is blonde. This is how blonde I am. Are you ready? Who's ready? Here we go. Okay. So that's how blonde. So if I can get close up here. See? That's me. All right. Okay. That's 1995. I could show you a 1991 picture. Who wants the 1991 picture? This one, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this one. This is a happy man. This is the degree of happiness in this picture is like, folks, through the roof. I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to share it with you. Yeah, I know my forehead. She started dropping off. I have always had a receding hairline my whole life, even when I was little. Like when I was young, folks, like 19, my hair was going back. It's been since I was a child. Okay, ladies, I'm going to say goodbye. Okay, this is a goodbye. This is 1991, when I spent the whole winter, 5 months in Brazil. And you will tell by the smile on my face that this was a very good time in my life. I was a happy camper the whole 5 months. Okay. All right. Are you ready? I'm going to say goodbye after this. Okay. This is really not duck stuff, but all right. Does that look like a happy guy? Okay, that was quick, not too much. You're gonna have to freeze that frame. I have service pictures, but they're upstairs when I was in the Army. It was the best, absolute best time of my life. Best. Oh, absolute best time. It was an eye-opening experience, folks. I had my eyes opened up to another. I got to experience third world country poverty, and it changed the way I looked at life. Changed the way I looked at life. It was a very, I guess you could call it like a awakening, is what it was. Is what it was. Because I came from Western society and very materialistic, and the old saying, he who has the most toys when he dies wins. That mentality, that we have up here in North America, well, Western society. And then I went and spent 5 months, touring around poverty and living there, and it was unbelievable. It changed me. It changed me inside. Changed me inside. That's probably why I do what I do now, is because I'm just, it's different when you travel with people and meet people that have nothing, and they welcome you in, like that picture there, folks. I was staying at that house, and it was in the interior of Brazil, close to Belo Horizonte actually, and these people had nothing. They had nothing in their home, and they offered everything to me to stay overnight and feed me and everything. And I went to their fridge and opened the fridge, and they had no food in the fridge. Well, they had black beans and rice in the fridge, leftovers, and that's what. And they were willing to feed me and give me everything. I went to the market and bought a whole bunch of meat, and which they couldn't believe. They hadn't had meat in so long, and they were blown away by the amount of beef I bought, and we cooked up that night and had, and they were just. It's amazing when you meet people that have nothing, and they give you the shirt off their back, changes everything, you know. Oh, who's the real? It is still, it still has a profound effect on me today. I think about it all the time. You know, it changed me. So it's made me who I am today, actually. So poverty sucks. And then also becoming almost homeless myself here just recently, and you know, almost losing my home and having to go bankrupt, losing my business, and you know, all that kind of stuff. That was sort of like a second wake up call in my life to you know, for my awakening. It, yes, it humbled me. That's what it is. I am nowhere near as arrogant or materialistic as I used to be. So it has changed me. Unfortunately, sometimes you get taken advantage of when you turn into this kind of person. Well, not only never forget where you came from, but remember, you try to get to a good place. You know, you know. Yeah, strawberry, 50 ducks and a dog in a cube van. That was so close. That was scary, actually. Living in the back of the cube van was an option back then that I was not looking forward to. Oh, but that ain't gonna happen now. Things are we're changing things here. So yes, the Western culture, our materialism is our downfall. So is our serious downfall. I have so many friends that are still in that mindset. You know, he who has the most toys, you know, when he dies wins. And I just shake my head because it's. I used to be one of those people, you know, buying toys and, you know, skidoos and dirt bikes and boats, and I think about it, you know, it was like, just why? Just it's you're just feeding the beast, you know, when there's people out there with nothing, so many people with nothing. And the people with nothing have got to be the friendliest people. You know, that's another thing in life I've noticed is that, you know, people who have nothing seem to be a lot more open to being sociable. You know what I mean? Anyways, so that's the deep thoughts here on the Duck Adventure. I'm going to say goodbye, folks. It's 103 minutes this Sunday morning, and I honestly, I was planning on doing a quick 20-minute stream, just have a quick chat with you, have a cup of coffees, and eat my breakfast, and get on with my day here with my sore back, trying to figure out how the hell I'm going to finish this rock garden, and things aren't looking well for Matt. But I'm going to go let the ducks out, get things happening. I'm not going to do a stream this morning with the ducks, letting them out, unfortunately, because I've already done 103 minutes with you, and I'm just going to go out there in my shorts and run around in the cold because it's cold, and I gotta let the ducks out right now. And it's really cold, so I'm just going to I'm going to go out there in my rubber boots and run around and set the cameras up across the lagoon and all that kind of stuff, and come back into the house with a lot of goosebumps on my legs, and get my breakfast happening, because I haven't had breakfast because I've been sitting here chatting with you for 103 minutes. Oh, and I've really enjoyed it this morning. I'm so glad that we had this chat this morning, and I hope you enjoyed it, because it's been a while since we've had a chat, sitting here, you know, just being, you know, old friends chatting away. It's bringing tears to my eyes thinking about it. I gotta stop getting all mushy here. Have a good day. Talk to you later.